Tina DaVault, and I'm the ag teacher at Pullman High School.
And then what year did you graduate from Washington State University?
In 1987, or 1997.
And what was your degree in?
My degree was in general agriculture with a minor in education.
How did you decide on a career in ag education?
Kind of happened by accident. I was actually majoring in animal science. And I had a lot of friends that were in ag ed, and I didn't have a good experience in the one ag class I took in high school. And so I didn't really know very much about it. And I went to talk to Joe Van Cara, who used to be one of the advisors, and he kind of had me signed up before I knew what I was doing. So for a long time, I still didn't know what I was getting myself into.
How did you decide to attend Washington State University?
I wanted to major in animal science, and so that was the university to go to in our state for animal science. And so that is why I chose WSU. I had a lot of really good professors at WSU. I'd have to say Everett Martin probably was my favorite professor, and the reason was he was tough. He wanted us to be challenged, and he pushed you really hard, and I learned a lot of things in his class in a very short period of time. And so I guess looking back, I have a lot of respect for that high standard that he set and the things that I learned in his class.
How would you say your WSU education prepared you for teaching in the classroom?
I think that I got a wide range of general agriculture knowledge because I had some really good crop classes. I had an awesome soils class, and I really liked that. And I use a lot of that same materials in my classroom. And when I go to teach soils, I get really excited about it, and the kids think I'm kind of crazy, but then they get excited about it too, so it's kind of fun. And I think that they do a good job of giving you a wide spectrum as far as ag ed is concerned of different classes to sample. That kind of, because you have to teach a little bit of everything, it kind of prepares you for that.
Okay, and what classes are you currently teaching?
Right now I'm teaching ag biology, 2 sections of ag biology, 2 sections of physical science and ag business and leadership. We don't have an animal science class this semester, but I also have an animal science class and then ag communications class.
And which one is your favorite to teach and why?
Probably animal science, because that's what my initial interest was in college, and I at one time wanted to be a vet.
How long have you been teaching here at Pullman?
I've been teaching almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in January. I teach 9 through 12 because of how our program's set up. It's set up as a 4-year pathway so that if students want to kind of major in agriculture in high school, they can take classes all the way through. Some of my classes are science cross-credited, some are not.
Has enrollment in your classes dropped or risen over the past several years?
Actually, they've increased, and increased enough that we've added a second teacher because I couldn't handle the number of students. And I think we see an increased interest in that area because it is a big field and there's a lot of job opportunity there. And so I see a lot more students interested in it because they see the real world application of our science classes, and they can kind of see where they can go with that. Most of our kids actually live within the city limits, and most of the kids involved in our agriculture program don't grow up on farms, don't have animals. And so I think that's part of the attraction, is that they are learning about this industry that they see around them, but they don't know anything about. A lot of them are interested in the leadership aspect, and they come into the classes because I do the leadership aspect as well. And we have a lot of students go into a variety of things, and I think part of that exposure in class lets them see actually what careers are out there. I think that they have no clue when they come in all the opportunity in ag. And so through our classes, they learn a lot about the industry and different opportunities, and they get exposed to some of the research up at WSU and what they're doing there. And I think it's a real eye-opener. And so I've had students go into horticulture, ag business, ag TM, animal science, and their, genetics, and they're all over the U.S., past students. They work for corporate John Deere. They work in wheat breeding research at universities in the Midwest. They work in animal science graduate programs in the Midwest. And so we take kids from this little tiny town, and they could live 2 blocks down the street, or they could live on a farm, and they end up in the ag industry somewhere. And it's kind of cool.
And then what is the thing that you enjoy most about teaching?
The students. I enjoy getting them in as freshmen and watching them go through that process of maturing and growing as a person and deciding what to do with their life, and then watching them go out and do that. It's pretty cool.